Hi Pre-K, I'm Miss Jessica and I am back to read a story with you today. Today we are going to read Bear Snores On. But before we read the book, we're going to learn a little bit about two different kinds of books, fiction and nonfiction. Bear Snores On is a fiction book. It was created from someone's imagination. The book that you read last week, let me show you, Why Do Animals Hibernate? That is a nonfiction book. It shows real animals and it tells you real facts about those animals. So that is called nonfiction. So today, while we're reading Bear Snores On, I want you to think about how this book is the same as Why Do Animals Hibernate, or how is it different? All right, Bear Snores On by Karma Wilson, illustrated by Jane Chapman, and published by Simon & Schuster. In a cave in the woods, in his deep dark lair, through the long cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. Cuddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold winds howl and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat, tiptoe, crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dank, too dark, so he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pip-pop and the wind doesn't stop, but the bear snores on. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" And Hare hops in. "Ho, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see." So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Mouse sips, wee slurps. Hare burps, big burps. But the bear snores on. A badger scuttles by, sniff snuffs in the air. "I smell yummy yums, perhaps we can share." "I've brought honey nuts," Badger says with a grin. "Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in." And they nibble and they munch with a chew-chomp crunch, but the bear snores on. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor. Then a wren and a raven flutter in through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night! What a storm!" twitters wren. And everybody clutters in the great bear's den. They tweet and they titter, they chat and they chitter, but the bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. I see him way back there. He's still sleeping. Hare stokes the fire, Mouse seasons stew, then a small pepper flack makes the bear achoo! He blows and he sneezes and the whole crowd freezes. And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and he snarls. Bear roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. "You've snuck in my lair and you've all had fun. But me, I was sleeping and I have had none." And he whimpers and he moans and he wails and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. Mouse squeaks, "Don't fret, don't fuss, look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea." Bear gulps, bear gobbles, he sighs with delight, then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't sleep, but his friends snore on. So that was our fiction book. Bear Snores On. It's created from somebody else's imagination. Were you thinking about the ways this book was the same or different than the book you read last week? Let's take a look at that other book. Let's see here. So now we can see both books. I noticed something that's the same right away. They both are about animals. I see animals on the cover of both of them. There's an animal right there. So they're both about animals, but something's a little different. This book, Bear Snores On, has drawings of animals. But this book, Why Do Animals Hibernate, has real pictures in it. Look at that. There's a real picture of a real wolf and real trees outside. So that's something that's a little different between the fiction and the nonfiction. Something the same is, look at this. They're both about winter. I see snow in both pictures. So that's the same. You know what? I also noticed that both books have a bear in them. That's the same. Oh yeah, what's this place called? The Bear's Den. Look at this. Both books have a bear's den. That's the same. They have bears in common that are the same, but you know what? Let's look at the rest of the animals here. Let's find a page where they're all having a party. That's the only animal that's the same. Oh, there's a chipmunk in the other story. We don't have a chipmunk in our story. There is a really funny picture of this chipmunk from last week with his really full cheeks. Oh, that's something different too. The book from last week about why do animals hibernate, it has real facts and real pictures in it. So I get to learn things that is true about animals. But this fiction one, the animals are talking. I don't think I've ever heard animals talk. So I know that that's something that someone created in their imagination. So that's different. Thank you for reading the story with me today and thinking about books that are fiction and nonfiction. If you have a friend or someone in your house, you could go tell them that you learned today that nonfiction books are real stories and that fiction books come from the author's imagination. Have a good day. We'll see you later.